Wow.
Mm-hmm.
FYI,
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrapping up at 5:30.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. If these walls could talk, they'd order a martini, where experiences are shaken, not staged.
Now we know what time it is. It's time for the martini of the episode.
Today's episode and the martini of the day is called a shaken, stirred, and slightly traumatized. Cheers to our guest, Lexi. Cheers.
Hi, cheers.
Cheers to you.
With blue cheese stuffed olives.
Yeah, this martini of the episode is the dirty martini. And the dirty martini is the, today I used Tito's. I used a Scotch vermouth. And of course I have a little, of the olive brine in there and our favorite blue cheese stuffed olives. Awesome. And that is the dirty martini. That sums it up.
It's a meal in a glass.
It's a meal in a glass. Has
all of our vitamins.
And we've had many of these meals in a glass. Yeah, so today we're very lucky, Aiden, because we have Lexi with us. And Lexi is not only one of my closest friends, but she also helps run the downtown Puyallup area, and she works at Puyallup Main Street Association. She's the heart and soul of this city. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Like, we had Carrie on before, and Carrie's like, what did we say Carrie was? He's like a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for being here.
Oh, it's so
Thank
nice.
you.
Thank you.
Well, one thing I want to tell you too that makes me kind of giggle a little bit is we have had a lot of experiences, but today, you know what I'm going to say? I think today, and we talked about this when I came in, should have been shots in the closet instead of martinis in a closet after the day we've had. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, for sure. At least 10.
At least 10. I'm telling you, the past 24 hours, I'm not really sure how we got through that. But I will say we did get through it, and I think we'll talk about that on a completely different episode. But I do want to give a shout out to Julie, who you work with as well at Puyallup Main Street Association, because she really had our back today and, made sure she supported us. And sometimes that's who you need to surround yourself with, are the people who support and love you. Okay, Lexi, I'm going to say throughout this episode, I'm going to say some words, or I'm going to say a sentence, and I want to take you back to what they mean to you. Okay? Beans go poof.
The beans go poof. It was a very
I
scary.
had to ask her about that. I was like, what? What does that even mean?
It was the most frightening event that our conference we had in Seattle, a beautiful centerpiece made of coffee beans and candles. Well, apparently, if coffee beans heat up to a certain degree, the beans will go poof. And so among the tables, we had, I don't know how many tables, 40 tables.
Yep.
The beans were heating up, and they were literally exploding on the tables.
Gosh. And
the
broke
glass
and
was
everything?
shattering. The beans heated up so hot. And so we were outside
We were over
Shopping-
at Nordstrom.
shopping away.
Yep, getting the client the gift.
doing our thing, and the event staff came running outside
Oh my
and
gosh.
said, the beans go poof, the beans go poof. And we're like, what is happening? We ran into the meeting hall, and I was like, poof, 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 poof. And we're trying to scoop up the glass and put the
Blow
flames
out the
out.
candles.
It was, who knew that
Do
coffee
you
beans?
remember, though, that
Go
speaker?
poof.
She was the meanest speaker, and our client was like, you have to make sure that nothing goes wrong. I can't have, when
Silverware can't clean.
Yep, no cleaning the dishes
The
off.
doors can't clean from the
Nothing.
from the cleanup staff.
Yep,
Wow.
So we're tipping around.
tipping around. But
tip,
then
tip, tip.
all of a sudden you hear poof, poof, poof.
Oh
And I'm
my
telling
gosh.
you, if I have ever in my entire life wanted to run out of that room, I wanted to run out of that room, and I didn't even care if I left you guys behind. Like, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And you guys were, thank God I had you. Like, again, and that's the other thing I want to say to our listeners. The thing about working in this industry is if you don't work with people that you absolutely adore and they've seen you at your messiest spot, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. Because I knew at that point I could look at you and go, oh shit. And then I also could look at you and go, I got to get out of here. And you would have been, you got to go. You got to go.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, that was a good one.
I love
yeah.
that.
So we did at the end, everyone had exploded or we blew the candles out. I think we had like 10 left out of all of those faces.
The coffee bean oil heated up to
That's
a
right.
certain temperature.
So again, to our listeners, if you want to do a cool coffee Seattle theme, don't put candles in your coffee beans. Okay, ready for the next one?
Shoot it.
Okay. Shaking of the coat closet shutters because a plane went over a customer's room and it was noisy. This person with the initials SH came and we were sitting in the coat closet because our event had just ended and we're hiding. But he doesn't know we're back there, but he thinks he's going to get into this coat closet to find us. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. And the shutters have little slats so you can hear.
Oh.
So we're in there minding our own business, and all of a sudden, this person grabbed the shutters and
my gosh.
shook them
Yeah.
with a death grip and started screaming about the
plane.
airplane
The plane.
that we have.
But so then he knew that you guys
He
were in
thought
there.
we were in there, but he didn't
Oh.
know, and we became like church mouse quiet. We're like, zzz.
Yeah.
And so we never went out. We just hung out. We did not, right? We were like, I'm not saying a word. And he shook that damn thing for I don't know how long. And finally, we finished our drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we finish our martinis?
Oh, I'm sure we did. Maybe another one.
Maybe we had another one. Then I found him, and he was mad, right? And I said,
This is in
"Sean."
Tampa, right?
Yes.
We're over the flight path, under the flight path of
Yeah,
Tampa Airport.
We're at a Hyatt, which is a great
Oh.
property. But yet there was a plane that happened to just fly by because we're in the flight path. And this client of his said, I don't like my room. The plane went overhead. I'm like, well, what room are you going to choose here? It's
Right.
all in the flight path there, fella. So he goes, you got to move her room. And this, at that point, I think I was maybe a martini or two in. And I'm like, yeah, that's just not going to happen. And at
Yeah.
that point, that is why, again, we had that martini moment, is because it kind of just chilled us all out.
And that's where it started.
And that is where it started.
Martinis in the coat closet,
Yeah.
Exactly.
our little hiding area.
Yeah. And so now we try and find all coat closets that we can. Okay, next one.
Wow.
Ready for this one? This is one of my favorites. And it's funny, we're going back to the Hyatt Tampa. Speaker who was drunk, smoking cigars with our attendees, and we couldn't find her.
The vegan?
When we did,
Oh my
she
gosh,
was
yeah.
green and barely made the stage, only to look at her phone and swipe while reading her word-for-word speech. Go ahead.
This speaker, I got her, what's it called? Her list of wants.
Yeah.
I'm vegan, I'm dairy-free, I'm gluten-free, I'm all the things. So we accommodated her dietary needs,
Yeah.
putting gluten-free, dairy-free snacks in her room, and then working with the kitchen staff to make sure that her special meal was always available for her dietary needs. Well, she probably weighed about 100 pounds
Probably.
and didn't really eat much, but she would drink a lot and smoke a lot. She liked cigarettes. And then the worst part was when we got her room service bill, cheeseburgers, chicken
Really?
strips, pizza.
fat
Are
lie.
you serious?
Yeah,
That's
so we jumped through
ridiculous.
hoops for her, and yet she drank, smoked, got drunk. We could see her. Remember, we were in the registration area.
We're in the side of the
she could-
glass.
yeah, that side of the
She's
glass.
outside by the fire pit,
Yeah.
just
And
pounding
so
them down.
Why do you think she even did that in the first place?
I think she wants to be a vegan and all those things in her sobriety. But boy, once a few cigarettes are down this woman and a couple,
Really?
drinks, she is like, woohoo. But the worst part is because she smoked and drank with every attendee until 2 a.m. And she was first one that morning at 7 o'clock, right?
So
gosh.
they call me the speaker wrangler, as in I wrangle you,
Yeah.
make sure you are where you need to be,
Yeah.
and make sure all your needs are taken care of. And she was on, say, probably 9 a.m., and it's 8:50, and she's nowhere to be found. She has to get mic'd up. She has to get backstage. We went,
you went to her room,
knocked
you
on the
called
door,
her room.
yes.
Yeah.
Really?
then all of a sudden she starts rolling down to the conference room.
Dressed in black, by the way, and she's super pale, and she had on a long skirt. It looks like she was levitating,
Like a
all
ghost.
the way, like a
She
ghost.
floated.
Because she was green too, right? She's hung over.
She's like floated, and she was greasy.
Oh,
She
bad.
was hungover.
What the hell?
But she got on stage. It was like one of her first speaking debuts. So
And this is in front of like 400 people.
So she pulls her phone out and she says her name. And all of a sudden she looks at her phone and she reads it word for word on her phone and then takes her little finger and then dramatically swipes it up to the next page.
Yeah.
And reads and reads and reads, takes her little finger, swipes up.
swear.
And she went through the whole, looking down at her phone,
whole time.
stood on the stage, looking at these 400 people, but not looking at the 400 people on stage. She looked at her phone the entire time, and we're all.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
so
we
bad.
even clap. It was the craziest.
It was.
She was
Wow.
a hot mess.
a hot mess. And that, again, after that day, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the same day that guy thought he was having a heart attack.
What?
Remind me of that one.
No, that was another one.
Okay.
It was he thought he was having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And so, but the CEO did not want to open the doors until everything was all ready.
Yeah.
Right. So he was having us to keep the doors shut. Well, then all of a sudden the door started shaking again, like somebody. And remember,
That's right.
And
he's-
our client.
Keep the door shut.
Yeah, I was adamant. Do not open this door. Have that person get in. And now all of a sudden the doors are shaking, and I'm thinking it's just people trying to get in. And I go and open the door. What's the client? And he's like, "Why are these doors locked? Somebody's having a heart attack." I'm like, "Oh my god, really?
Holy
Because
crap.
you told me to, Sergeant." Anyway, that was
That was a crazy one.
another one. Okay,
Wow.
here's another one. What about the caramel apples that had an attendee lose? They were trying to bite into it. Do you remember this one?
Lost a tooth?
And they lost a tooth. And this was one of our first events of Ideas Northwest. And
That was in Seattle.
Yeah, we were trying to do something real fun.
wow.
Because we wanted to have something fun at breakfast. So apples and caramel, right? And this person took a bite. And instead of us, for our meeting planner friends, if you're going to do caramel apples, make sure you cut those things. And there could be other event planners out there going, yeah, duh. But at this point, I didn't know that. So here we had the caramel apple. He takes a bite, and all of a sudden he comes out and he's talking. Tooth's gone. He
Oh
looks
my
down,
God.
that sucker's just sticking out of the tip.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my
Honestly,
gosh.
let's take a break and have a sip because I'm needing that sip right now.
I'm starting to
after a
sweat.
couple
I'm
of
so
these
nervous.
stories. Me too.
All these
God.
stories.
It's bringing back some memories. Okay, all right, we're doing good. Okay, Lex.
Yes.
You weren't part of this one, but I'm going to talk about this because you know this story. So one thing the listeners don't know is that yes, you are with Main Street right now, but you worked with Ideas Northwest for 15 years. Yeah. So
2005.
yeah, Lexi was the OG, so more than 15 years. She was the first person that I hired. And you know why I hired her? Not only she has the liver of like a sailor. No, I hired her at first because I moved from Seattle to Puyallup. Lexi has a son same age as my son. And she came over and to trick or treat at my house, again, neighbor, and we became fast friends. But she has her master's degree. She's a teacher by trade. But when she got had her first baby, she's like, "I'm staying home. Look at this is hard stuff." So she was the stay-at-home mom. Then I come along and I'm kind of dipping one toe in, one toe out, and I go, "Hey, I have this business." But what I loved about her, I could take her to Bumpy's, or I could take her to the cotillion, and she's really flexible. She goes anywhere. So I'm like, when she said she was a speaker wrangler, she's also a super sleuth. So anything that happens with Ideas Northwest, I could ask Lexi and she'd find that person, she'd figure it out. So that's why we have so many of these stories together. So
I
Lots
love
of fun.
that.
yeah, just to, again, let our listeners know. Okay, this next one is dedicated to Kelty. And Kelty, if you're listening, you are going to probably pee your pants. But anyway, one of our clients, hey, I want to take my 40 people out fishing, salmon fishing. Well, on a boat in Seattle, to go salmon fishing, you can only take 6. So we have a lot of boats out there, right? So we load Kelty up, we call the caterer, we get all the food on the boats, and our client said, it's going to be catch and release. Nobody wants to keep their salmon. They are all out of town. Nobody wants it. They live on the East Coast, so they can catch their salmon and throw it back. Excellent. Kelty goes up, gets every cooler full of beverages and their lunches. Out they go. They come back in, and what do you think happens? Out of those 40 people, 25 want to keep their salmon. So now Kelty's standing there going, okay, it's 4:30 in the afternoon and you want to keep your salmon. What? Mm-hmm. So what am I going to do? And one thing we don't say at Ideas Northwest is
no.
We don't say no. So at that point, I'm like, she's calling me. I'm at home by this time, and she's like, yeah, these people want their fish, and they want me to go find a processor, and they want to ship them all back, and she's having this panic attack. I go, take the coolers, throw everything out, throw the fish, go get some ice. She's driving to the Thriftway or wherever she's going to get ice, takes the fish, takes it to the processor, gets to the processor. Awesome, right? The processor's closed.
Oh, no.
So now she has all of these fish in her car, has to drive them home. She lives in Tacoma downtown, has to find parking because she can't get the salmon stolen because they're the clients, and she can't leave coolers in her car because people are going to think, oh, I got to see what's in that cooler. Mm-hmm. So she has to park her car at her parents'. She has to go buy more ice. She has to get these salmon on ice. Then the next day, go find a processor in Tacoma.
Wow.
But the whole night, she has all these fresh salmon sitting in her car. Ew. And she drove a Prius. So here she's got all these, coolers full of salmon. And I'm telling you right now, that is a coat closet moment. Not really for me, because she was a rock star and figured it out.
And did it by herself.
But I mean, cheers to Kelty. Man, boy, she can hear that. I mean, my God. Could you imagine if I said, hey, Aiden, can you go up and do this event? And by the way, when you're up there, you have no idea that you're going to take like 25 salmon in your car home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would. Mm-hmm.
And then find a processor, then find to ship them.
That was the other thing. Processing, and then had to find a way to ship them.
On ice.
Pack them, and get them to the East Coast. I mean...
Yeah, that was
insane. But you want to hear a funny story? Guess what client called and wants to do the same thing in August? Oh. Same client.
You say, no, forget it, sorry.
No, okay. But now we know what to do.
Don't let them do that again.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do this time? It's really good. I'm sending you and Caitlin.
That's great.
You guys got to go on an adventure. Okay. Yeah. Got another one here. Okay. Remember, though, with you, how you were like, hey, and this is for our meeting planner friends, when a speaker's going to say they're going to speak and they tell you that they're going to be there at midnight, what do you do?
I do not relax until I see their faces in the door.
Yep.
They're in their room.
Yeah. You would wait for them.
I would wait for them in the lobby.
Yeah.
Because you spend $50,000, $40,000, $25,000.
$75 for 1 hour.
1 hour of speaking. And in their contract, it's like, sorry if weather or the plane has, if I don't make it, I don't make it. Well, the whole morning is depending on the speaker.
Yeah.
So they would roll in. They would roll in at midnight to save. This is a normal thing for speakers. They'd roll in the last minute because their time's valuable, and then they roll out first thing after they speak. So they're there for less than 12 hours sometimes. Totally. But I would be searching
stressed out.
See if their plane landed. See if there was. Oh my God.
All the time.
Calling the driver saying, "Did you pick them up yet?
Yeah.
Where are they? Did they check in their room yet?"
Mm-hmm. You have remember when the speaker didn't show up that one time we were at the Broadmoor and you had to drive over to the West building, go up, bang on the door.
And what were they doing? I forgot.
I don't even remember. I mean, that's the thing. It's like
on a Zoom call or something. Just crazy.
So. Yeah, you're like, we got to go. No. Oh, okay.
This all went all lackadaisical.
It's bizarre. I mean, they always used to say, or maybe they still say it, that, meeting planning is the most stressful. And I'm thinking, no way, because we have fun, right? We always have fun. You surround yourself with your friends. It's good. But I mean, stressful. My God, it's stressful.
Very stressful.
Yeah, cheers to us on that,
Jesus.
too. Okay, how about, the 11 o'clock at night, I got a hole in my pants. I got a hole in my pants.
Oh, after cocktails and fun.
Wait, what was the
riding the bull? She was riding the bull.
And that's how she got a hole?
She got a hole in her pants.
Okay.
and came up to Stacy and said, "Oh, just the person I'm looking for." And Stacy's like, "Oh, what can I do? I have a hole in my pants. Can you go to Rite Aid and get me a sewing kit?"
I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, the hotel's got to have something. And they didn't. And so, I mean, I'm out there, scouting for a sewing kit. And guess what? I don't leave my house without a freaking sewing kit anymore. Because it's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't she also agree to use an iron-on patch?
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
It's kind of like, okay, I'll take an iron-on patch. I'm like, what is happening?
So, we're not only event planners, but we are the fix-it. Okay, next one. We spend more time figuring out who is with us, but a lot of times hotels won't say, okay, this is the other client that's there, unless they're on our, non-compete list. But how about when the hotel failed to tell us that we, at this corporate event, were next to HorrorCon.
Oh, HorrorCon. That's right.
Oh, okay. So they failed to tell you about that.
Yeah, so
It was
these corporate
HorrorCon.
executives.
So
my
we sat in the
God.
lobby with a cocktail and watching people check in. It was like a weekend conference, and they were coming in all in costume, and we're just
Oh my gosh.
our eyes were like,
Yeah, and all of our guests are walking by and doing the same thing. Like, where are we? But tell them that it was like a baby coming out of
out of the belly with an umbilical cord hanging. The baby was
Ew.
hanging out here.
It's like
My
every
gosh.
bad Freddy Krueger nightmare
Every gross.
Every
next to
like-
a Brooks Brothers suit.
Yes.
I mean,
So we
it's
had
like-
HorrorCon / corporate conference.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sharing the same space.
And the hotel failed to tell us, and so that's another lesson. I'll say, do you have a con? Any cons going on? Because even if
Any
it's
other
with a
affiliations?
corporate, if we're
Yeah.
doing a con, great. But if you have the corporate and you got that, then
Yeah.
that just doesn't work
yeah,
out.
it was horrific.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
Okay, moving on to the next one. Horse snot in Quebec.
Oh my god. This was the worst one.
It really is. But I got to start it because I freaking love it. Okay, so we're at the Chateau Frontenac in Quebec. Great property. We have finished the conference and everything went swimmingly. Like literally, minus the ghost that I had in my bed that I woke up to. This went really well. So it was Linda, Courtney, Lexi, and I. And Quebec, if you haven't been, you need to go. If you're a meeting planner out there and you need to book a location, book Quebec.
absolutely.
So we decided we're going to take the, what was that?
The thing.
Funicular?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
funicular. Down to, then you end up in these cobblestone streets. Really beautiful. And then we were going to walk around. We were going to go to this place that you went in and you went in to have drinks and food, but you sat in Adirondack chairs in the water. So it was really kind of cool. So we kind of got, not dressed up, but dressier. And we start walking down. Well, in Quebec, or Quebec as they call it, they have a lot of horse-drawn carriages. So we stumble across this horse-drawn carriage. Now, mind you, we've had nothing in our system at all. We were going to go eat and drink. But Lexi, she's like, oh, look at that horse. I don't think she likes horses.
I don't like horses.
So what happened?
I think we're all seeing the horse because I'm not a horse person, so I would never
Okay.
go up to a horse.
Right.
I don't know what happened
So
with
then
the horse.
you must have gone up too, right?
I think we all went up and said hi, but then all of a sudden Lexi was the last one.
I wasn't petting the horse. It was
Right.
next to the horse.
Yeah, so like maybe I petted it and it's like back off. And then the horse,
Decided to sneeze. And the horse sneezed with all its might.
Oh my
And
god.
this horse
oh my gosh.
sneezed all over Lexi.
All over Lexi. Snot, I mean,
Like drenched
Drippy.
my hair,
Oh my
clothes.
gosh. That's so
I mean,
disgusting.
imagine the smell. That's exactly what you're thinking.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
so here,
oh my God,
Remember?
she is gagging.
it was bad.
But I'm telling you, I was super gagging to the point
Oh
where
my gosh.
I started running away.
I would gag
I'm like,
too. Holy
I am the worst
crap.
friend in the world, but I'm like, no, I am out. I start cooking. Linda's like, oh my God. Courtney's like, whoa. But Courtney's still trying to help her, where I'm like, I gotta go, or I'm gonna barf.
So bad.
Oh my God. And so we end up going and finding this bathroom that she could clean herself up in, but I've never seen snot hanging
It
off
was-
a face.
Yes,
Like on
it
one
was.
side.
Literally
Hair.
that's-
dripping.
Yeah, it
That's
was really bad.
disgusting.
It was not good.
Okay, so that's another, for our friends,
gosh.
meeting planners or non-hoteliers, anybody, stay away from the ponies. Okay, all right. So a couple other things before we wrap up today. I've had some experiences with ghosts. Or spirits, whatever they are.
Yeah.
One of them, I'm just going to tell one, and I'll save the other ones because it's getting hot in our studio today. It's really hot out there. We check in, so we do this event, and after the event, we're like, hey, let's go to the Vinoy, and that's in St. Pete in Florida. Beautiful old hotel, right? We go to St. Pete, we check in. Now, when we check in, typically if we say we're coming, we will get upgraded. And maybe I'll get a suite or I'll get something, right? So at this time, Courtney and Lexi were sharing a room. I had my own room. We go to the front desk and we check in and the front desk agent goes, oh, you've got the special room. And I'm like,
Oh,
cool. Yeah,
That's
this is
awesome.
I
awesome.
got myself a suite.
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna have a
Balcony.
party in my room,
Yeah.
So we go up to our rooms, and I walk into my room, and I'm not kidding you. It was a regular room.
You're like, this is
And
not
I'm
special.
Like, wah, wah, wah. So I see this mirror in the corner, but I'm like, that is the biggest mirror. That's kind of cool. But one thing that nobody knows, and this is what I do, I check when I go to a hotel, because I go to a lot of hotels. I look at the alarm clock, and I check the alarm clock to my phone. I want to make sure they're synced, that I'm on the correct time, everything, right?
I thought you were gonna say look for cameras behind the mirrors. I was gonna say.
No, that would be now. That probably
okay.
wasn't then, right? But now, absolutely. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I am like, this is, okay, my phone and the alarm clock, they're perfect. I call the girls, we go out, we have dinner, we hang out, nothing even that wild. We go back that night, I go to sleep, and I wake up in the middle of the night because a light came on. And I'm like, what is that? And I turn around, I sit up and I look, that entire mirror, all I could see is a face in there. And I'm like, this is really crazy. I'm obviously dreaming, right? So I scrunch my eyes, I open my eyes, I scrunch my eyes, I open my eyes. I wasn't dreaming. So at that point, I'm like, this is not happening. I flip on all the lights, and I am like, that was weird. And it went away, okay? But now I'm one eyeing all night. And I'm thinking, I got to call these two, but they're not going to answer. They're sleeping. Then I'm thinking, am I going to call the front desk, go, hey, I just got a ghost in my room? They're going to think I'm a lunatic. Yeah. So I fell back asleep.
Lights
barely.
on.
Lights on, all lights on. I wake up the next morning, I look at the alarm clock, it had flipped an hour forward. So then I'm like, I can't believe that happened. Well, Lexi was in her slumber, but Courtney, she's the one out of all of us that gets up in the morning. She goes for a walk or a run. So I knew she would be up because by this time it's like 6 a.m. and I have got to call somebody. So I said, are you up? She goes, yes. I said, we got to get out of here. So she and I meet. She doesn't go for her walk. We go to breakfast. We're in the restaurant and I'm telling her what's happening. And she's like side-eyeing me like
Are you
you're
sure?
nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, our server said, what room are you in? And I said, 555. And she goes, yeah, it's haunted. She goes, people look it up. They come and stay for that room for people who believe in that. And I'm like, I don't believe in it. So it's like, don't give me the special room.
Right?
I think I'm getting a balcony and like a freaking hot tub. I'm not getting a freaking ghost. So the next night, I'm like, hey, can one of you sleep with me? I wanted Lexi to sleep with me. Courtney's like, you don't get her. And I'm like, So I was like, I'm sleeping in there. I don't care. So I went to sleep. Nothing happened. And I got up the next day and we checked out.
Because you accepted it.
But I thought that was the weirdest freaking thing. And the fact that I wasn't a lunatic, that the server said that. And then now if you look it up, you're like, oh, that place is super haunted.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a haunted
Crazy
hotel.
story.
Yeah, we need to refill after this. If you follow us on our social media at
Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook. You can also listen to our latest episodes on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube, and Spotify.
Well, and if you want to contact us, those are some, just some outlets. But tell us some of your coat closet moments. We would love to share them. You can email me, Stacy at IdeasNW if you want. And that's just STACY at IdeasNW. But those are just a few. And we have so
many.
So many. And again, if people just understand that if you are somebody who has a business and you want to, bring people on, you need to bring people on that you can trust, you can laugh with. You know that if you walk away or hide under a table, they're not going to judge and they're going to take care of it for you because it's going to happen to all of us at some point. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Puyallup here. Let's cheers to you again.
Cheers.
For all of these Coke calls at moments. Cheers to you, Caitlin.
Cheers.
Aiden. Okay, let's talk about Meeker Days.
Coming up.
100,000 people. The city actually told us that it was 100,000 people. We're like, how did you come up with that number? And I don't think they knew, but
I'm not sure.
But 250 vendors, the stages.
June 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Yep. And
Basically the whole downtown is ready for all these people, and we shut down streets, and we have 3 stages of music and all the fun that it's a tradition. How many years now?
87.
87 years of Meeker Days Festival.
Well, and you can't come that weekend, can you?
I can come like a day,
but
but
what
I have
are you
graduation.
doing? Yeah, he's starting a new chapter of his own life.
I am. I'm so excited.
I bet. Remember those days? Wish I could go back. So the other thing, we have the Puyallup Tribe Family Fun Zone. So with that, we've had our main stage with all of our cover bands, Pink Floyd, Queen, everybody that's not been in the park. This year we're going to be back in the park, Pioneer Park, at the Rotary stage. And then all of the bouncy houses, because we have so many, we had to find a different location for them. And so Puyallup Tribe is sponsoring the Fun Zone. So that is going to be over, 2nd Street by Meeker. We can't wait for that. And all of the bouncy houses and the soccer inflatables and so forth are all free. Yeah. So that's coming up. And then the next one then is the newest one.
Nashville Nights.
Yeah.
August
nice.
22nd, which is a Saturday. And it's our 2nd year. Last year was a first year. We had no idea of the amount of people that would be interested. And it was very popular.
It was very popular.
In a good way. So this year we're growing the footprint of the event to include more places so people can find somewhere to sit and listen to music. It's evolving. Every year is going to be some changes, updates, because we just don't know.
Yeah, but that first year you didn't know, and so you had the retailers. So you staggered it. You did these incredible country artists in the retailers, right?
5 to 8, family friendly.
Yeah.
Kids can come and watch. And our goal is to get people inside the retail stores, plus also to experience the country music Nashville vibe.
Yeah.
From 5 to 8, and then the next batch of music is 8 to 11. It's more 21 plus. There is a couple restaurants that are not 21 plus.
Yeah.
But most of them are bars and restaurants. And
it kind of coincides with the rodeo, because a lot of people who are listening, they may not know that, our Washington State Fair, we have one of the largest rodeos. So this is a kickoff to say, hey, Nashville Nights and the rodeo is coming.
So we are having 16 venues this year. And I'm still working on those last minute details before I don't want to tell the world and until it's 100% confirmed. So I'm working on those last minute details of, it's just really popular.
You did a good job, that social media out there. And you can tell that people love country artists. They love live music. And, they love our small town.
So now I have to fine tune everything.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. So for people
exciting.
who haven't been to Puyallup, again, we are a small town. We're about 25 miles south of Seattle. We're about 10 miles from Tacoma. And, with our record stores and our retail and our Meeker Mercantile and Chaos & Co. and, Page and Pine and the, doggy stores, Firehouse Pets, with all of our nightlife, like it's kind of the happening hip spot.
It is. Yep. And then Saturdays is Farmers Market.
Yeah.
From 9 to 2. And then you can go to the market, come downtown and shop.
We have the best market.
Eat and drink. Yeah, it's a real fun.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that we only live a mile and a half from our offices, we can ride our bicycles.
We don't, but we could.
Ding, ding.
One of the best cities.
Yeah. Well, again, appreciate you, Lexi. Yeah,
Thanks for all my fun times.
It was very fun.
We have lots of good memories.
Hey, we talked about this. Our first guest was Heidi, who owns Lick.
Yep.
We know her well. And I said, hey, can you be like that guest? And we were trying to figure out who would be the guest that always came back. you know, like whether it was Ed McMahon or whatever. Not that some of our younger listeners are like, I don't even know what she's talking about. But I think that you need to be that person too. Can you come and hang out?
Yep, anytime you want me to.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, again, we'll do one more cheers. And here's to martinis in a coat closet and to many more fun times ahead.
That's been a wrap.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
This is Stacy Ringer and
Aiden Sawicki.
And you've been listening to Martinis in a Coat Closet, recorded in the Ideas Northwest studios. Cheers to ideas and martinis.